Good day, good day. Welcome everyone. We are here by the tree of life. We got the birds chirping, singing their songs. We got the wind waving in, perfect moment. You can see that. We got the sun beaming down, kissing us on the cheek. And it's a beautiful day. Because we are here in nature, we are alive, we are well, and we're ready to learn. Because I have always thought about people who nourish other people, like moms, dads, family members, neighbors, anybody who you can think of who nourish other people. What kind of traits do they have? What does nourishment really mean? And how can we do that for other people when they need us? And how can we do that to ourselves? Well, I have found that in my definition, nourishing is really just a kind of support system that encourages you to do something or say something, to do the right thing. They motivate you, but more specifically, they're not demanding. They don't demand you to do something, they guide you. They guide you in the right direction. By having that support, by having that motivation and that encouragement to get you to where you want to be, to where you need to be. So, with that being said, the first thing that we can do to understand is the first trait of a person who nourishes other people is to understand. They are very understanding people. They are perspective thinkers, and they can really delve into your point of view. And you can do that for other people. You can understand someone. You can say, I'm going to take a look at your perspective on things, and I'm going to grasp onto your point of view and really understand what's going on to comprehend the bigger picture, the way bigger picture. So, that is the first thing that you can do to understand the first traits out of the 5 traits that people do when they nourish others. And that's the beauty of it. Because when you understand somebody, you really help yourself by gaining more knowledge of understanding someone else on a deeper level, having deeper conversations, to really grasp onto the characteristics that your friends have, your family, people you don't know, your neighbors, things of that nature. Because the second thing that we can do, we're going to dive right into it, which is the second trait that people have who nourish others is trustworthy. They're very trustworthy. You can trust this person with your life, with tasks, with goals, with guidance, with having a better idea of how to go about a situation, how to think. Am I thinking the right way or am I overthinking it? Things like that. Because when someone is trustworthy, they have that trait, you can trust them without any fear of betrayal. And that is very important in life, because we need someone who can say, I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to understand you. I'm going to really empathize with you. And sometimes I'm going to sympathize with you. I'm going to understand your point of view, and I'm going to trust you. And you can trust me that I'm not going to betray you. I'm going to be here for you. And that is the awesome thing about it. And when you have this type of understanding, this type of trustworthiness, then we can dive into the third trait, which is reliability. A person who nurtures another person very reliable. Think about your mom or your dad or your guardian that you've once had. Maybe you're grown up. Maybe you still have them right now. Anybody who has been very nourishing to you, even a babysitter, things like that, a teacher, they're really reliable. You know that the way that they act, the way that they think, are in a pattern that is usually predictable and puts you at ease. And that's the very important thing about it, is that it can ease you when you're stressed, when you feel strange inside, when you feel confused. They have a pattern that is usually predictable, and it puts you at ease. Because they not only can get into your shoes and understand your perspective, you can trust them without betraying you. You can rely on them. You can lean on them when you need to. You can really understand the patterns that they have, so then it calms you down. Because this is what this channel is all about, being calm, feeling that inner tranquility. So these are the things that most people have, the characteristics, the traits that people have when they nourish other people. And the fourth thing is they have to have honesty. The fourth trait is to have honesty, because they show integrity. When nobody's looking, they're still doing the right thing. When nobody's hearing, they're still doing that thing, because they know what's right. They know what is the best thing to do. And you can do this for other people. Other people can do these things for you. Because when someone's honest, they don't only have integrity, but they have ethical decisions. This doesn't seem ethical to me, but this does. They help you weigh out your options. And they seem to follow a moral compass of what's right, what's wrong. I think that it could be wrong for us to spend so much time in a city without being in nature. That is a moral compass. My compass tells me to go directly to nature. It does not tell me to go directly to the city when there's a lot of emotions and thoughts and crime and violence, things like that. Because in nature, I am infinitely protected. Because I am a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. And so are you. And again, shout out to you for being here with me by the Tree of Life. Because you made this experience possible. So the fifth thing, the fifth characteristic, the fifth trait that someone has when they nurture other people is to not only be understanding, to put themselves in other people's shoes, to trust, to know that they won't betray you, to be reliable, to be honest, but mainly, last but not least, but to be confident. When I say confident, I do not mean arrogant. I do not mean egocentric, meaning the world revolves around the self. It means that they are self-assured. They're sure of who they are, who they want to be, where they are, where they want to be, and how they're going to get there. They accept themselves. You and me are perfectly imperfect. Your insecurities do not define you. Your past does not define you. Your memories do not define you. Your experiences do not define you. Why? Why, Robert? Why do they not define me? Because you are the sky, and I am the sky. The sky introduces clouds, but then the clouds eventually leave because the sky introduced them in the first place. They can dismiss them. But in nature, we need clouds. We need our past, our experiences, but we need to let them go. You never see a cloud standing still. You always see them moving. So remember that. That is the key. Because confidence is a trait that someone has when they nourish other people. Because they are self-assured, they are not arrogant, and they are confident. And that confidence, like I have right now, I'm so confident in myself. I love myself. I take time to be with myself. I take time to allow myself to grow. That itself, when you are around people who are like that, it's contagious. It's contagious. You do not need a mask when someone's being confident to you. You can be around the people whose energy you want to be like. Energy is always passed on. It's never dismissed. So those are the things that people have. Those are the characteristics that people have when they nourish other people. They are understanding, they're trustworthy, they're reliable, they're honest, they're confident. And that's what's amazing. Because nourishing is really just the idea, the opinion, the statement that they are supportive, they're encouraging, they're motivating, and more importantly, they are not demanding. So I wanted to thank you for joining me by the Tree of Life, with the birds chirping, the wind waving in, I know you see it, breathing in that awesome oxygen, the sun beaming down, kissing us on the cheek, and it's a beautiful day on Calmness and Tranquility. I'll see you soon.